Ladies and gentlemen, this is General Shepard of the LEGO military, and he is responsible for outfitting some of the dopest looking LEGO military minifigures we've ever seen. And we have seen a lot on this channel. And today, the good general here is inside of his armory, where a special shipment of new LEGO weaponry has just arrived. Look at that! These come from eBay, Etsy, and Sidan Toys. A ton of new LEGO military gear for us to equip our LEGO soldiers with. Now let's begin.
Yeah, baby!
Well, we need ourselves a little minifigure. And let's go ahead and start off with this tiny little parcel here, where we have a bunch of 3D printed minifig pieces. So these are kind of nice, because they have the detailing of something like Brickmania, but without the cost. These ones in particular were from eBay, and like, for example, this chest plate here was like $1.25, and it's because it was 3D printed that makes it on the cheaper end of things. Same with the helmet here, all of which is LEGO compatible, which is really, really nice. The quality is definitely like a little lesser than something from Brickmania or BrickTactical.com, but it is much more budget friendly. And something really cool is the LEGO hands. These are genuinely my favorite part of this because look, they're tactical gloves. And he's got a little tactical watch on. It's freaking adorable. Look at that. Have you ever seen tactical gloves like that on a LEGO minifigure? I haven't. Oh, wait, hold on. We have made a mistake. This is the chin strap that goes with the tactical helmet here. Ah, very nice. So it's actually two separate pieces right there. Cool. And then we also have a small night vision goggle part, which clips in, but not very well. Ah, shoot, did it break? Oh no! Yeah, that's the problem with 3D printed stuff, is it breaks at the drop of a hat. That's sad. Okay, so no night vision goggles for you. Oh, and his arm fell off.
What the Sigma?
Honestly, these tactical gloves are really cool, but they fall off super easily. Again, another little qualm I have with 3D printing. It fell off again. It looks really cool, but the price is there for a reason. Yeah. Now we also have this LEGO weaponry that I ordered off of AliExpress this time around, and it looks like these are all individually like crimped in the package. But this should be pretty sick. So we have like an M4 here, but then it actually has an equipable double barrel extended mag that just fits in there. So if you want to, you could do like a little reload animation in a stop motion. Again, this is 3D printed, so you do have to be like a little careful with handling it. But look at that! Fits right in there. Into his glove. Very nice. Now we need a partner for our boy, so let's take another bland LEGO minifigure here and give him another tactical vest. This one is far less kitted out than his homies, but still looking pretty good, pretty cash money. And this is where we're going to get into some of our Sidan Toys packages here. Firstly, these are hard to open. We have some tactical goggles here, and these actually do have little snap-in pieces of glass. How does one snap it in, is the question.
A few moments later.
Okay, I finally got these snapped in there. Oh, that looks toy. Bro, looking fresh to death. All right, and then we equip with a little helmet. Very nice. Honestly, looks like the assault operator in Battlefield 6 with this. Like, that's the exact fit. Very nice. So why don't we go ahead and give him a nice MP7 Oh no, it broke. Oh no, it's supposed to break. Hold on, I think that's a detachable bipod actually. Or it broke. No, I think that's actually able to come off. There's a sliding rail. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and the red dot also slides on and off a rail at the top. That is crazy. So does the freaking friggin' the laser sight. That's so cool. Does this come out? No. Okay. The magazine stays in, but that's cool. That's so cool. Obviously, we're leaving all the attachments on to the MP7 because that's fire. But then how about we also, since he doesn't really have much going on his tactical vest, we'll go ahead and give him one of these Sidan Toys radios, which is a very blocky style military radio, but it's still pretty cool. And wow, that gun is sick. I have never seen such a detailed Lego weapon like that before. I mean, we've certainly had some cool ones, and you know, for example, like actually in this Sidan Toys kit, we have this guy, which is an M16A4, and then it comes with like this little attachable red dot and foregrip, which is really cool, but it's nowhere near the detailing of that other gun. I mean, that other gun is like next level. That is fire. Carly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fire do you think that is?
69.
69.
Editor review. Yeah. Next minifigure time. So this guy already has a pretty baller Brick Mania head right there. And then this is a Brick Warrior printed torso. But I don't actually love it that much, the printed torso. So let's try out this, which is more of a lightweight ballistic vest. Kind of looks more like one of those vests you'd see in like Africa or something like that, with their like kind of paramilitaries, I guess. And I also have one of these nose guard, like tactical headgear things that you'd see with SWAT teams, I guess. And since we're going more or less paramilitary with this fella, why don't we give him this? Which is, I think this is a Mac 11 or a Mac 10. It does have a detachable silencer on the front there, which is really nice. This is another Sidan Toys weapon. Not 3D printed, so you can see the quality is much nicer. And still very detailed. Just less cost effective than 3D printed stuff. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. This guy's looking pretty sweet, but it does look a little weird that he has no belt or anything, and his pants are just printless. So let's go ahead and give him, if we can, god dang, those are some tight pants. There we go. We're giving him a tactical belt here, which does have some pouches in the back and things like that, but it also has room for pistols. So again, another Sidan Toys new pistol here. This is just kind of some type of 9mm. Actually, not that detailed. Not my favorite. This doesn't look that good, I'll be honest, but that's okay. Sidan Toys has so many W's. Every once in a while, they do take an L here or there, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and equip it right there, which does look nice in the belt at the very least. There's also a small little clip in the back here. Why don't we go ahead and slot in nice little water canteen that I just bought. Beautiful. Stay hydrated, boys. That's half the battle out there. Drinking water. Beautiful. Now, we also have one of these bodies. Now this is really kind of funny. It's from Plastic Scott. Scott sent me this, and it's custom printing by United Bricks, but these are actually their test prints, so they're just not super well done, but you can buy them, I guess, for really cheap. And Scott sent me some for fun, so there's some interesting detailing on them, and if you don't look too closely, it's okay. But I want to go ahead and build a bit more of like a juggernaut-y unit, and that's where this pouch comes in. Ugh. We have like a crazy looking, almost like football vest there. And it also comes with this belt. So this is like a heavy, heavy flak vest that we got going on. And again, this is another United Bricks test head. So basically it's just like 3 sides of a head, which looks a little goofy, but it does work if you have a helmet that can cover up all of the different sides that you're not using on the head. And I just so happen to have this. This is a new eBay printed printed night vision goggles set, which is slightly painted on parts of it to have some like silver bits and bobs, and of course like the blue on the night vision right there. And I think this should cover up, yep, the other sides of the head. So we do have that bearded version, but then I think what we'll probably want, honestly, is the chin strap version right there. Okay, this looks very sci-fi, honestly, but I mean, that's okay. We're gonna give him a minigun, just for good measure. Not my favorite unit. I'll be completely honest, this is maybe a little weird looking. Not my fave, so let's move on before it gets weirder. So far, I'd say these new items are actually pretty sweet. All right, let's get a little bit more down to earth with this next one. So we've got a classic modern military uniform here from Ukraine. This is a bricktactical.com fit. Looks absolutely fantastic. We are going to cover up part of it there, even though it's beautifully printed, because we have some accessories we're going to add on. First of all, though, let's get the head in here, and this is an Eclipse graphics head. So this soldier is probably on his way to the medic tent, let's be honest. But Eclipse graphics makes some of the coolest custom heads and stuff like that, and I just wanted to show the newest one in my collection off here. So it just looks so good. All right, so our boy has been fighting for freedom. Glorious Slava Ukraine. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and give him a nice little belt there as well. What I want to put on the back here is this. These are the new Sidan Toys radio operator backpacks, which look really nice. And we're gonna slide it in there, and it looks fantastic, honestly. This belt in particular is actually really cool because it actually has this bottom pouch. Hold on. Actually need to take the backpack back off for a second. And we're gonna put a nice little rack of bullets inside the pouch there. And then we can put the backpack back on that. Beautiful. Now, I do kind of want this to be a combat medic because I do have a new medical backpack here. Looks really good. Another Sidan Toys purchase. We've seen tan ones of these in the past. This is a black one, obviously, and it has some new pockets and things like that. It is a new design. Looks phenomenal, in my opinion. And since he's a combat medic, let's also go ahead and give him this nice little syringe. And again, here's another pocket on the back where we could go ahead and equip that. I love a good pocket, man. There's so much you could do with them. So this guy is going to be loaded with supplies because obviously combat medic, but he's also going to need some weaponry. So we have another pistol here from Sidan Toys. Hopefully this one is a little bit nicer than the last one. Oh yeah, it is indeed. We got a Glock here, a Blicky, a Block 19, baby. Is this one of the movable ones? No, it is not. But it does have a bottom flashlight on it right there, which looks really cool. This would be great for like FBI agents and stuff like that. That would definitely go very, very hard. But for this guy, we're gonna go ahead and slide it in there. Maybe he can use the flashlight as he's being a combat medic to, you know, look at wounds and things like that. And he's also going to need a primary. So that's where this final 3D printed weapon comes into play. Does this one also have the movable? Wait, yes it does. Yo, you can also move around the monopod, the foregrip on the bottom there. Can you move this? No, okay, so you can't move the laser sight. Can you move the scope though? Wait. I think it's stuck, but I think you can. Yeah, you can. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. So you can slide that around as well. Can you take the mag out? Nope. I think it's just the foregrip and the scope on this that you can move around, but that's honestly awesome. So we'll give this guy the M416 here. Again, this is actually this one's from AliExpress, I think. I don't think these are eBay ones. They are definitely 3D printed, but yeah, I believe that's an AliExpress gun, not eBay. But that looks incredible. Now, let's go ahead and give him the helmet with the rubber goggles on the top right there. Very nice. And then there's also, and so we're going to give him this Sidan Toys gut knife here, which is perfect for ripping up uniforms and things like that. As a medic, that's something you're going to need. Oh no, I threw it on the ground. It's okay. We got it back. Yeah, baby. We could slide it in there. Beautiful. Combat medic ready. There we go, boys. These are all of the new weapons weapons and armor that I purchased online. They are always coming out with new stuff, so it's always fun to make new military equipment and stuff like that. And these are perfect for army building because you really don't need exactly perfect units for these. What I mean by that is, like, for example, this guy, I think this is a Lucius Malfoy suit or something, but you know, you go ahead and you toss military gear on there and a head and a helmet and boom, you know, you've got yourself a military soldier. Now it's not going to be quite as detailed as like one that actually has under armor fatigues like this trooper here, but it's still going to be very nice for army building. And at these prices, when you have to pay, you know, $30 for a Brickmania figure, instead being able to pay $1 or $2 for a few pieces of armor and some custom guns that are 3D printed, it can be really nice. Now, I'm not saying that, like, you know, having the really nice high quality figs isn't also nice, but for filler, having these customs where like you just snap up some 3D printed equipment, it ends up looking really good. You can get, again, huge bundles of toys from Side An Toys and things like that, which is fan-freaking-tastic, baby. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.